Clean Impact Rockstars. It's your guy, Kirk. It's been a little while since I've made a message, so I just wanted to drop in and say thank you all very much for being remarkable, for stepping up and for doing the tough things even when you don't want to do it, or even when the world's pulling against you, you're still getting up and setting a good example. You're still getting up and making a deposit and being your best version of yourself. You're still getting up and giving it your best energy for that day. And that takes a lot. That says a lot about you. And I'm proud to be on this journey with you guys. I really, truly am. So, I was just thinking about like confidence. Remember I said to you, like, if you keep the promises you make to yourself, you get confidence. You get confidence. And there's other ways to get confidence too. It's not just about doing things. You got to get confidence from who your constitution is, from where you really believe that your heart is, right? You don't get confidence from doing things, because doing things, whenever it stops, your confidence goes away. So you got to be confident in your intentions. So by having great intentions, that can give you confidence. So if I intend to be a good person, I intend to treat other people well, I intend to be my best, that gives me confidence, because when I keep those promises I make to myself and when I do those things, then that gives me confidence. And it's a way better to attach confidence to something that you're in control of than an external factor of going out and trying to do something and building confidence that way. But you keep the promises you make to yourself, that builds that self-confidence up. And then you feel good. And then you radiate energy off of you onto other people. And then they want to ask you, how'd you get so confident? How do you feel so good? Why you always smile? What you been up to? And then you can pour into them and dump a little bit of that energy into them and influence your circle and influence your family and influence your friends and influence your community. And ultimately, that's what it's all about. That's what builds confidence up, and that's what gives you satisfaction. That's what gives you fulfillment. And at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for fulfillment. Fulfillment that can't be offered by like material things, right? You might feel good about that watch or those new pair of shoes or getting your nails done. You might feel good about that for a little while, and every time you tap around, you might feel good about that. But that's not fulfillment. Fulfillment is coming from your heart. When you help somebody else out, when you pour into somebody else, when you give them your energy, when you give them your best, that's where fulfillment comes from. Guys, we got to continue to think about these things. And I know there's a lot of noise going on out in the world. Things are expensive. There's conflicts going on, and people can't have conversations without arguing with each other. That is not a way to find fulfillment, is go out and get yourself involved with some stupid stuff like that. Fulfillment comes from your intentions. Fulfillment comes from being your best version from yourself. And the softest pillow is a clear conscience. I always say, you want to feel good at the end of the day when you lay your head on the pillow, because you gave it everything you have, right? The softest pillow is what I said, and that is absolutely true, is a clear conscience. So pay attention to what your intentions are. Pay attention to how you're presenting yourself. Pay attention to the energy and the effort that you're putting into making those deposits, into being your best version. Pay attention when it comes to ordering your supplies, guys. We're going back to this issue where supplies aren't getting ordered properly, right? You think that we just magically wave a wand and supplies appear in your closet? That's not the case. We've got to order those supplies. We've got to get those supplies delivered to us. And we got to get those supplies distributed to you. It takes time to get those things done. And if you wait till the last minute to order toilet paper, there's no magic fairy that's going to come put that toilet paper in your closet. That takes effort and energy of a supply chain of all of us doing things. That's why I ask you guys to pay attention to your closets. Pay attention to your supplies. If you open up that last box of paper towels, order supplies. Order those things. When you're walking through your closet and you're looking through the supply list that everybody has access to, look at that supply list and physically go over to your closet and touch it. Okay, I have that. I have that. I have these trash bags. I have these 2 sizes of trash bags. I have this toilet bowl cleaner. I have this. Physically look through those things and order the things you need ahead of time before you actually need them. Pay attention, like order supplies every Friday. Get on there, put that supply list out there, and order your supplies every Friday. Again, we do not want to run out of things. There's no magic fairy that runs out. If you guys constantly pushing the night heroes on pressure, like, hey, I need towels right now, or hey, I need some garbage bags, or I'm running out of chemicals, that is stressing the system. That's pulling their time away from what they're supposed to be doing out there, being that buffer between us and our customer, because they're running around supplies to you. They didn't think of it until the last minute. That's not professionals. That's not what professionals do. So pay attention to your supplies. Order them ahead of time. There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of extra supply on the shelf, right? There's nothing wrong with that. When you open up the last box, order supplies. When you open up that last package, order supplies. When you have that last box of gloves, order supplies. Guys, we're professionals. We need to present that way, and we need to make sure we're paying attention to the downstream effects, right? The night heroes, getting pulled from their tasks, getting pulled from going out and helping walk in buildings, getting pulled from going out and doing inspections, getting pulled from being that buffer between us and our customer because somebody didn't order their supplies. Pay attention to that. Another thing, the way to feel fulfilled and be remarkable is go around and check your work afterwards, and make sure you're not leaving a spray bottle out, or a dust rag out, or a dirty old Swiffer sticking out, or some trash that you forgot to take out the dumpster. You just laid it by the back door. When you're doing your final walkthrough, that's what the purpose of this is to walk around, to check your work, and to tell it, to give yourself a pat on the back of the great work and the great effort and the great energy that you just put in to keep these people healthy. You get to walk around and check your work, and then check to make sure you didn't leave anything sitting out. So we've been seeing a couple of things sitting out lately. Customers are complaining about that thing. We're having a hard time with supplies, guys, and that is not like the Clean Impact Rockstars. That is not like the group of professionals that we're serving with. Pay attention to those little details. Pay attention to those big the downstream effects of what your decisions do, right? What the Night Heroes have to do, what the office staff has to do, what your teammate has to do. We're trying to make this a cohesive and coherent ecosystem that allows us to flourish and be our best version of ourselves and have the tools and the resources that we need to be viewed as the professionals that we are. So when our customers walk in the building the next day, they give you that good energy. You get those goosebumps saying, ooh, the Clean Impact team was in here taking care of me. Look at how beautiful everything looks. And you can be proud of that fact. You can have that clear conscience, and you can have that soft pillow when you lay your head on the bed at the end of the night, knowing that your conscience is clear because you gave it everything you had and you did your best version of yourself. You made a deposit. You're flourishing, and you are radiating energy and radiating positivity and radiating this excellence and this higher standard that the Clean Impact team has. I'm proud to be on this journey with you guys. Again, I look forward to being on this journey together. I look forward to growing together. I look forward to providing opportunities. I look forward to getting to know you. I look forward to all the fun, exciting things that are going to continue to happen with the Clean Impact team and the Clean Impact culture. So pay attention to little details, guys. We're professionals. We're different from the rest of the riprap, and we're better because of it. I look forward to seeing you. Talk soon.